Gloria Satterfield believed that a life well lived is not measured by the accumulation of wealth, but by the lives one touches along the way. Hello, True Crime Stories family. Welcome back. Who was Gloria Satterfield? Her family wants her to be remembered as a person who loved kids and had a good heart. They also want her to be known for more than just being the Murdaugh's housekeeper. Gloria Harriet Satterfield, 57, of Furman, passed away on February 26, 2018 at Trident Medical Center. She was the widow of David Michael Satterfield. Gloria was born February 8, 1961 in Hampton. She was a daughter of the late Eric Harriet Sr. and Elizabeth Shepard Harriet. She was a member of World Harvest Church in Hampton. She liked tennis, loved kids, and her favorite color was purple. Most of all, she will be remembered for her laughter and her outgoing personality. According to BollywoodSafar.com, Mama Gloria Satterfield was not a wealthy woman working as a housekeeper at the Murdaugh's house. She was only getting paid around $28,780 a year. For Gloria, it was a badge of honor. She did not consider it to be just a job. She considered herself to be part of their family, and she was proud of what she did. She never spoke about her ties in the house with the family. She wouldn't reveal those secrets, said attorney Eric Bland. Gloria Satterfield was an integral part of the Murdaugh's family. She was their housekeeper, nanny and cook, but also much more than that. As is the custom in some rich Southern families, she helped raise the Murdaugh sons, Buster and Paul. She went on vacations with the family, celebrated Christmas with them, and her own children. She was seemingly part of the family. Gloria was like a second mother to Paul. She gave him love and acceptance. According to Gloria's gift, she was a loving mother, sister, aunt, and friend. Gloria was honest, hardworking, and deeply faithful. Gloria touched everyone she met and left every place she visited better by her presence, and she loved Christmas. Christmas was her favorite holiday. Don't forget to like and subscribe. In 1985, Gloria gave birth to her oldest son, Brian Satterfield. In 1989, she gave birth to her youngest son, Michael Satterfield. Attorney Bland said after Gloria Satterfield's death, her son Brian Satterfield was living in a mobile home financed by the bank, and Alex Murdaugh was aware of the proceedings when the bank foreclosed on Brian Satterfield's home. He sat back and watched Brian lose a mobile home and get pushed out onto the street to have to go live with family members, while he was sitting on $3.5 million of their money, Bland said. Gloria Satterfield worked as a housekeeper and nanny for the Murdaughs for nearly 2 decades. The 57-year-old was incredibly proud of her profession because it allowed her to create a stable life for her family, all the while caring for others. She was a widow, so her household mainly consisted of her 2 sons, Brian Little B. Harriet and Michael Tony Satterfield. Gloria has 3 brothers, Eric, Wayne, and Scott Harriet, along with 3 sisters, Sandra Manning, Glenda Pike, and Ginger Hadwin, all of whom seemed close to her. According to Netflix Life, after Gloria's fall, she was airlifted to a hospital in Charleston for treatment of multiple rib fractures, a pulmonary contusion, and a subdermal hematoma. The hematoma was declared inoperable, but she did receive surgery on her ribs. Gloria showed improvement initially before steadily declining. She had to be put on a ventilator. Gloria contracted pneumonia and had a heart attack. After losing her pulse, the doctors revived her, and she went into a coma. Her family later elected to stop life-saving measures, and she was moved to hospice, where she died on February 26, 2018. It was reported that Gloria's body was going to be exhumed. No autopsy was performed at the time of her death. Unfortunately, there aren't any updates about the status of the exhumation at this time. There were questions as to whether or not Gloria was conscious while she was in the hospital, but she was apparently conscious enough to tell her sister that she loved her before she died. On Dateline, Gloria's brother Eric specified that they pursued legal actions not because of money, but for justice. It's like Gloria was a nobody, even after all that she's done for Alex, he said. Brian currently resides in Furman. Both Little B and Tony have their own lives, but they still seem close to one another. As for Gloria's siblings, they're in different cities, but they are in constant touch and try to stick together. All of them hope to give Gloria some justice, while always keeping her memories alive in their hearts. You don't want to miss out on our video called Maggie Murdaugh's Life of Luxury, so go check it out. If you're enjoying the content on this channel, you can send a super thanks in the chat. If you send a super chat, I will show my appreciation by giving you a shout out on my next video, and a special thank you post on my community tab.
If you're anything like me, you want to lose some weight. Maybe not 100 pounds, but even just 10 to 20 pounds. And you're probably tired of trying. Like, seriously, losing weight and keeping it off shouldn't be so freaking hard, right? There's a company that is preparing a personalized keto plan right now. You can snag your custom plan by clicking the link in the description. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Spend 45 seconds telling them a little bit about yourself and your goals. Then get your custom plan and review it right away. It really is that simple. But what makes this plan so easy to follow is that literally everything is done for you. They tell you exactly what to eat and when. They give you the grocery list, the recipes, even videos showing you how to make all the delicious food. It doesn't get easier than this. So go right now and claim your custom plan while it's still available. When you click the link, you'll be taken right to the short 45-second questionnaire. Answer the questions and then bam, you'll get your custom plan. The amount of people raving about this is absolutely insane. We all know keto works, but it can get boring. Not anymore. This custom plan changes everything for you. Grab it now.
I don't put anything past Alex, and I think the investigators should check Alex and Maggie's phone records on that day Gloria fell, to see if there was any calls or text messages related to Gloria between Maggie and Alex around the time of Gloria's fall. Someone on TikTok named Justice for Y'all came up with an interesting theory of what could have happened to Gloria. They made a post that said Alex Murdaugh pushed Gloria Satterfield down those brick steps that morning and pretended he slipped on the steps, purposely bumping and falling into her while pushing her. He did it this way to ensure she wouldn't say it was on purpose. He then jumped into his car, called Maggie, and said he thought he heard a weird noise, and could she go outside and check on the noise. Maggie sees Gloria down on the ground. Alex states to insurance company that he was at work and rushed home to find Gloria sitting up and said the dogs tripped her. Alex may have been there the entire time, but he needed EMT to think he had rushed home when he heard about Gloria's fall. Alex was staging and planning Gloria's accident and knew he could help her family file a large insurance claim against him and steal the claim money if she was injured. Listen to Gloria's family speak.
Gloria languished in ICU for 21 days. Ginger will always remember the last one.
I just said, Gloria, I'll be back tomorrow. And I love you. She told me, love you too. That's the last words I heard her say.
At her funeral 2 days later, Gloria's son Tony says Alex Murdaugh pulled him aside and said he would make sure Tony and his brother got an insurance settlement for the accident. Did you believe him?
Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't I?
He said, I want to make sure the boys are taken care of because he loved Gloria that much.
But 3 years went by and nothing seemed to be happening. No money came their way.
And I says, you know, something's fishy about this thing. And I said, I just don't think these boys are going to get what they deserve, what's, due to them.
Then came the shocking news of the murders in the Murdaugh family. Buried in the slew of news articles was a mention of the housekeeper's death and the $500,000 settlement that had gone to her children. That was news to the family. How much money did the family get after Gloria died?
Zero.
Not a dime.
Not a dime.
They hired lawyers to investigate and discovered something startling. The actual insurance settlement for Gloria Satterfield's death totaled $4.3 million. Where did all the money go?
We're still tracing where the money actually landed, but it is impossible to burn that kind of money in Hampton, South Carolina.
On October 14th, Alex Murdaugh was arrested, charged with obtaining property by false pretenses in connection with that $4 million settlement.